Hey guys, this is Dr. MPN, and this video is basically to share my journey in securing a All India rank of 3.6K in Neet PG 2025. And this video is mostly for those students who felt that uh, they didn't get their desired rank, or uh, who are basically very disappointed with the rank that they've got in spite of all the hard work they've put. And I just want to share my journey so that at least a few of you can be inspired by that, or at least draw some sort of motivation from that and do well in the upcoming INICT and NEET PG 26. So let's get started. So this was my third attempt, or you can say second drop. So obviously I completed my internship in 2023, and at that time the exam was in March. So I didn't study anything. Internship, the last thing I really thought about was studying. I enjoyed it to the fullest. Now many people have their uh, own beliefs on how to approach internship, and I was very fixed from the start that I was going to take a drop after NEET and prepare. So I was least bothered about NEET PG during my internship, and that clearly reflects on the rank that I got, 1,10,000. Uh, so that was like some 270, and I don't even remember the score. That's how horrible it was. And so yeah, that I just took that with a pinch of salt. Not even with a pinch of salt, because that was basically a waste attempt, you can say. And my first real uh, attempt was in last year's NEET PG 2024. So due to many reasons, due to many personal reasons, obviously I couldn't give my best in that exam, and uh, I also had a compulsory 1 year rural service, which really halted my momentum in the middle of my preparation, because of which, you know, at the end, with a preparation which started off well, got a abrupt halt, and in the end, I was just chasing stuff, chasing content, chasing whatever I got, because uh, I was so much in lack of confidence, if I have to interpret it in that way, in the knowledge that I have, that I just went chasing after many stuff, and instead of sticking to basics and moving forward, I just went haywire, and that resulted in a very bad rank. I got 30,000 in PG 2024, and unfortunately, mm, that rank doesn't get you anywhere. More so being a general merit candidate. So this was a crucial juncture, because one thing which actually helped me was, uh, if I had got a rank of, say, somewhere between 15 to 20,000, uh, I would have probably ended up in a college in a branch which maybe wouldn't have been my first priority. But what this 30K did to me was, I knew from the start itself, I'm not gonna get shit. I'm not gonna get anything. So I had to sit, I had to study, and one good thing that we have in this curriculum is that, with INICT twice a year, we have an exam coming up every 6 months. So since NEET PG got postponed to August last year, uh, by the time the results came last year on August 23. uh, I had roughly 2.5 months to prepare for uh, NICT November. So, I just went on with my preparation. I took a break of 2 days, and I just started off my restarted my preparation for NICT November. And yeah, I mean, I could say that was the first preparation in this whole journey where I gave it my all. I gave it everything that I had in those 2.5 months. Uh, this is very controversial because some people feel that the more time they get, the better they can do. But the thing with me was, whenever the deadline is short, when a deadline is approaching, like let's say a 2 month gap or 2.5 month gap, that's when I function much better compared to say a 4 month or a 4.5 month. I just end up wasting that time. This has been my story throughout my educational journey. I've never been someone who is able to make most of extra time. So when I had this 2.5 month window for November INICT, I gave it everything, and uh, I got a rank of 2K in INICT November, and uh, I had an opportunity for anesthesia uh, in open round, and I also planned on taking it. However, uh, due to some reasons, I didn't end up taking it. So basically, what that did was, the November INI was in the first week. So basically, from second week of November 2024 to um, February third week of 2025, I didn't study. I didn't touch my books because about three-fourths of that time period, I was almost certain that I'm going to take anesthesia. But at that last moment, I even registered for open round, and we got a option open round in which said that uh, after submitting the choices, if you want, you can still remove the choices. So for those who don't know, in open round of INICT, you have to deposit 3 lakhs, which is refundable, uh, to be eligible to take part in that open round or stray round counseling. So I deposited, I put my choices, and we got another last window where if you wanted, you could remove the choices. And at that point, I ended up removing all my choices because somewhere I felt that anesthesia is not what I wanted to do, and uh, just because just because I was just because I was you know I did bad in Neet, and uh, I was on the verge of losing 1 year. That was not an excuse to take up something which I was not inclined to. It is a very good branch, and those who are very interested uh, can definitely prosper in uh, anesthesia. But somewhere that's not what I wanted to do. And just because I'm getting aims, that doesn't mean that I should just go there and struggle in something that I didn't want. So I ended up withdrawing all my choices and just gave a blank um, entry in that. And yeah, so basically, I just didn't take anything in open round, and I decided to restart my prep from March first week. So Uh, initially, I was like, okay, I've got a decent rank. 2K is not great, but it's okay. I mean, for me, it was because the previous two INICTs that I gave, one I didn't qualify, and the second one I got a 32,000 rank. So, in if you see my first INICT, I gave in November 2023. I didn't qualify. And for the May 2024 INICT, I got a rank of 32,000. So when I took all that into context, I thought it was a very good improvement, and yeah, definitely, I was doing good. So when this 3.5 month or yeah, 3 month gap came about, I thought, okay, I may be a little rusty, but I think I was good to go. But always when you start your prep, you start with a baseline GT to see where you stand so that you can go upwards from there. So I I took a baseline GT, and to my surprise, I didn't do well. I got 130. Now, you know, many of you who are watching this right now are in your beginning phase, and you may feel that 3 to 4 months before the exams, 130 may not be that bad as a score, uh, but I had got 149 in INICT, November INICT. So that was in my mind. And I didn't take my rustiness or not studying for 3 months into consideration. So what that brought into me was, whether it's 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, you take a break from studies, it's definitely going to hamper you. It's going to be detrimental. You're not going to do as well as you think if you take a gap, and that's why all the faculty emphasize a lot on consistency. You have to show up every day to study. That can be 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours, even 2 hours. Even the 2 hours, even if it's the worst day in your prep, if you show up for 2 hours, that brings about a consistency which will definitely help you once you reach the business end, that is 2 months from the exams. That's the consistency you need at the back end of your preparation. So so I started my prep again from March first week, and from March first week up till June, because June 15 was the original date, till June first week, that is till June 1. Again, I busted my ass off and studied as much as I could. And by busting my ass off, I don't mean like I was logging 14 to 16 hours every day or something. No. I could do maximum of 10 hours a day, not more than that. At any point of time, even in my peak, I couldn't do more than 10 hours. That's how I was. And, you know, there are many people who can study for 12, 14, 16 hours and all. And you shouldn't compare yourself with such people, and you shouldn't be let down uh, by such stuff like, oh, I'm not able to study as much as them. It's all about productivity. If you're locked in for the 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours or 10 hours that you're studying, that brings about more productivity than you know studying for 14 hours, where, let's say, for 6 to 7 hours you're thinking about, oh, what am I going to get in my Neet PG 2025? What rank am I going to get? Oh, is it going to be a difficult paper? Are there going to be two shifts or one shift? Oh, is this going to come from this BTR? Oh, is this going to come from marrow revision, rapid revision? you know it's better to be locked in for 6 to 8 hours rather than study for 14 hours, where you spend half the time in such nonsense. So I was like that. And till June, from March till June, I gave it my all, and obviously gave all the mocks. It was decent, okay, good enough. And that's when postponement happened, and obviously it got postponed to August first week. And yeah, I mean, by that time in June, I was already exhausted completely. So I just went about solving my MCQs every day till the last 10 days, where I again brushed up the theory and went for the exam. And yeah, I ended up with a rank of 3.6K. So this basic motto of this video is to tell you guys that uh, there may be many students, some of the faculties tell us that I don't remember exactly who told this, but this has always stuck with me. People between the ranks of 5K to 20K, they have, or let's say 3K to 20K, these guys have the same level or almost same level of preparation. It's only the exam day which has gone different for each of the candidates. Some of them uh, were able to do well on the D day, whereas some of some of the other guys unfortunately succumbed to the pressure and couldn't do uh, as well as they thought. And obviously, silly mistakes and stuff that we all talk about. So what I want to tell you is that any person any person who has got a rank, right, I've written this rank range thing, and I've written 10K to 30K. 10K in my opinion is a very good rank. And there are many types of students, juniors, who are going to watch this video, and everyone have their own expectations. Personally, this is my personal opinion, I feel that 10K is a very good rank. Why I have written it as 10K to 30K is just to show you that all the guys in this range have almost the same preparation. It's just the exam didn't go the way that you expected it to. So my advice to the first two groups, actually 10K to 30K and 30K to 1 lakh, obviously if it's an intern attempt, no, just close this video, go back and study, it's not for you. But what I'm saying is that if this is your f- if this is you're watching this video after your first drop, that is after internship you gave another attempt and it didn't go well, there's always scope for improvement. And and it, what I would like to tell you guys is that obviously those who are interested in some branches which are available in these ranks, um, who had it as their second or third choice, can definitely go for it. But you know some of the kids who might only get a private seat uh, because they ended up in this rank and are now thinking about taking loan or something on that line, my sincere advice would be that if you have the backing of your parents, if your parents are supportive, you know then I would sincerely advise you guys to take one more drop. Now we read so much stuff about rat race. Oh, I got out of this rat race, I just want to leave this, I'm tired. Obviously for the guys who are burnt out, there's no point of repeating. You guys just go ahead with whatever you're getting, and you'll end up doing well. There's nothing to worry about that. But there are many of us, like this exam was given by 2,45,000 students, and only a fraction of that get their desired branch, or leave the desired branch. Only a fraction of them get a seat. So what I would like to tell you is that right now when you think about it, you may feel that, oh, 1 year, that's a big deal. Oh God, it's not possible. I can't do it. And trust me, I've written this 2023, 2024, 2025 flowchart just to tell you I've gone through this. Even I felt the same way. And I gave it everything in my November INICT exam exactly for the same reason, because I didn't want to lose, the so called 1 year. But what taught me, what this result taught me was that 1 year is not such a bad investment in the long run. Uh, if you give it your best, there is no way you're getting a rank less than what you got this time. And if you give it your best, we all know anybody who's not got their desired branch, when you retrospect, you will know the loopholes you had in your preparation. Those one, two things you wish you could change so that you could be more productive. So Just think it as God's given you another chance to rectify your mistakes and give it your absolute best so that you can get a much better rank and probably a branch of your choice. So, what I would like to tell to everyone who's not got a good rank, if you've got your parents' support in taking another drop, please do so. Because because let's be honest, most of us are middle class, and taking a loan, be it whatever amount, is a big deal for us. And if there is a way, if there is even a single possibility of avoiding that, we should give it a serious thought. And when it comes to preparation, if we can perfect our preparation, there is no reason why we're going to get a bad rank. And for those obviously who've got more than 1 lakh, um, obviously I got a rank more than 1 lakh when I was in my internship attempt. So again, for interns, you don't have to worry about that. But if it's someone taken who's already taken a drop and has now got a rank more than 1 lakh, you guys probably uh, have to introspect as to what exactly has gone wrong, uh, whether you gave it your absolute best, and if you have given it your absolute best and still secured a rank in this range, then probably something else is in store for you guys, and maybe you've got to explore those options. But anybody between uh, anybody between 10k to 1 lakh, or I'll be more specific, 30k to 1 lakh, because I don't feel 10k 15k are a bad rank. They're all good ranks only. So anybody between 30k to 1 lakh, please, if there is an option to repeat, do so, because deep inside, you guys know the mistakes you've made in your preparation. And if you rectify those mistakes, you will definitely do very well in the upcoming exams. And yeah, I was talking about candidates more than 1 lakh. If you see, I think there are, if you see the success stories or transformation videos that are released by coaching apps, you can see kids who have got 1 lakh 15,000 or 1 lakh 10,000 come up to top 10,000. So it's not like it's not possible. But again, the burnout, the the burnout is a real deal. If you've given it everything, if you don't have energy, there's no point of repeating. If you have the fire in you, uh, that's 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 the only thing that you need in motivating you to repeat and do well. So you guys have to decide whether you have it in yourself to give it one last try, or you're just done. uh, I'm done, मेरे से नहीं होगा. If you're in that situation, then you got to think it for yourself. But this is mainly to that address those students between 30,000 to 1 lakh or even 20,000. If you can, please repeat, because look, it's a 2,50,000 candidate exam, and everyone can't get their desired ranks. Ranks shift. Even 1 mark can make a huge difference. So it's those fine things which went against you, because of which got a you got a rank that you didn't expect. So uh, if there is an option, please repeat. Obviously, if you're burnt out, again, you can always go ahead with the options that are available to you. Um because now we see many guys who are releasing videos where even uh, a relatively low rank can fetch you government seats even in stray rounds. So you can try it that way as such. This video is basically about me sharing my journey, and and just to tell you guys that there might be something bigger in store for you, and you just gotta keep believing in yourself. INICT is in November. Uh, Anybody who has sincerely prepared for this year's NEET PG definitely has a shot in cracking INI, because Dr. Aditya Gupta. So he always says that with respect to INICT, if you got a say so and so rank in NEET, you always have a possibility of removing 1 0 from that and getting that rank in INI. So please give it your best for INICT. I'll be in my next video. I'll be talking about the sources that I used and the mistakes that I made. I think that is going to be a very important video. So I just want to make sure that uh, I I tell you guys the mistakes that I made in my prep, so that you guys don't end up doing the same thing. So until then, see you guys.